Hi everyone, this is Robyn with mypinkstamper.com, and today I have my first segment of Thoughtful Thursday. So I have a lot of thank yous and birthdays and sympathy and just, you know, a bunch of different cards that I need to make for people. So I thought I would just take one day a week on Thursdays and I would just kind of catch up. And I'd like to invite you to join in with me and to, you know, one day a week think of somebody that you can either thank or that you can just remember and send them a nice card in the mail or even their birthday or anything like that. So today I'm actually making a card. I need to make a lot of cards for people, and this is just kind of a friend thank you card since I have so many of those to give as well. And I am using the Picture Perfect Stampin' Up! Stamp set that is from the New Occasions catalog. I'm using Timeless Textures. And I'm using 4-color ink pads. So I'm using the early Espresso, Crumb Cake, Melon Mambo, Blushing Bride, and Pink Pirouette. So I'm doing triple stamping. So it's like 3-step stamping, I guess is what we call it. And we're going to go ahead and get started right here, right away. I'm also using the Washi label punch, which I love. It's super easy and ready to go. I'm also using this Burlap Ribbon, which I've never used. It just came in the mail on my last Stampin' Up! Order, and I'm excited to use that. And then the colors that we're using with this card are the Whisper White, just the regular cardstock. I love the smooth finish on it. It's perfect for stamping. This is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4, so not one of my normal sizes. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Did I say this one was 4 3/4? 4 3/4 by 3.5, okay. Just some extra for our punch. And then I'm using the Crumb Cake 5.5 by 8 11, and we'll go ahead and just fold this over with the bone folder. Like so. And now we're gonna go ahead and just have fun stamping. If you guys see, I have my background paper. I've already been messing around with this card this morning. I wanted to make something super special that's just really pretty and elegant and just not so cutesy. I do a lot of cutesy, which I love. But okay, so we're going to start with the Pink Pirouette. And this is a 3-step flower. And if you look on the actual stamp set itself, it'll say, not on that one, this is the Hummingbird set. So it'll have like a little 1 to it, next to it. Where's my 1? My 1, 2, and 3, and that tells you the steps when you're stamping them, which one to do first. There's also a little pointer thing, which they never had that before years ago. And so you know where to line them up. So I want that pointy thing always to the bottom right for my stamp today. So I'm going to just start with the, like I said, Pink Pirouette. And I'm just stamping it just kind of randomly. I'm twisting it a little bit because I can remember kind of how to line it up. Does that make sense? I can kind of remember how to line it up. Okay. So this is what I'm doing right up here. Okay. And then maybe one here. Alright, so that is all I'm doing with that ink pad and that stamp, so I can set them aside. The next one I'm using is Blushing Bride. And this is great for those of you who have taken some of my online classes. I'm using some of the colors. We're using the Crumb Cake, the Early Espresso, the Melon Mambo, and the Blushing Bride. So 4 ink colors. Oops, I did the wrong one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong. Oops. Da, 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 da. You like how I do that on film? Okay, I grabbed the wrong ink, or the wrong stamp. That's okay. It'll all blend in. I'm just going to blend it in with my stamp. There we go. It'll all blend in, it'll be fine. So we're just going to line this up, and it's super easy to line up. And with the 2-step, you don't have to have it perfect. So we're just gonna, you can kind of see on this one the shape, except for like that one when I'm doing it from my weird angle with my camera. Okay, there we go. That one's a lot better. Okay, it's still gonna look pretty no matter what. No matter what! On this one. Alright, so there's my second color, and I'm done with that. I can set it aside. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to say this yet, but I'm thinking this might be my February thank you card. I know I had said that the heart one, but Valentine's Day is over on Sunday, and I have a lot of cards to make already this month for February orders. If you order from me, you get a special thank you hand-stamped card in the mail, and so we'll have to see. This one might be it. If there's not too many steps for me to make, you know, quite a big batch. But I love how beautiful it is, and wouldn't this be just so nice to get this in the mail from somebody? Look at how pretty that is. This is the third step, and I'm using the Melon Mambo. Look at that. I'm just amazed at how beautiful this is. It doesn't even, it looks like, let me figure this one out. It looks like background paper that you would have just bought at the store, like pattern paper. And then you can tell your friends, they get it in the mail and you say, yeah, I made that. And they're going to say, you made that? That's so awesome. Okay, we're using the crumb cake. And we're using the timeless textures. You're going to use 2 different textures from this stamp set. And first we're going to use the dotted, it's kind of like spots in the background. And we're going to ink up in the crumb cake, stamp off, and just stamp right on here. We don't want it to be full strength. I want it to be second generation. Stamp off, and then stamp here, stamp off. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So I just did like four different times. And now I'm going to use the other little kind of, I don't know, burlappy kind of looking one. Stamp off, and I'm going to kind of fill in the spaces where I did the other one. So I do want to kind of stamp over the flowers too. I'm giving it the, you know, the antique-y look, I guess. So look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that awesome? So we're going to turn this over. I really don't need this anymore. Doop. And I'm going to go ahead and use my fast fuse. And I have a little bit of a stamp that I tried earlier on the back of this one. And we're going to put it on the Blushing Bride cardstock. Give it a nice frame here. And now the crumb cake that we folded in half, actually, while I have this here, I'm going to take the burlap and I'm going to cheater method the burlap. Can you guys believe that? I am, and it's going to work. Because I did it before, I know it's going to work. Okay, so we're going to take 2 bigger pieces of tape, and this is going to wrap around like this. You don't want to cover up all your flowers, just kind of some of them. And we're going to pull it tight. Just really get it on there because you don't want this popping off. I don't know if I did that one big enough. I'm going to do another one. Alright, and now while we have it upside down, let's go ahead and use the fast fuse. Just going to do it right over the burlap. And this will make sure it stays down. It doesn't pop up. You could also use dimensionals on the back of this one. Okay, this is a bigger matte size, so you're going to see a larger frame around it of the crumb cake, and I did that on purpose. Now we're going to take the washi label punch, and I love our flat punches because they store very nicely, and we're just going to punch out the washi label, and we're using our early espresso, and we're going to stamp the words, "You are made of wonderful." What I really like about Picture Perfect is there's a ton of really great sentiments in it. I'm going to stamp it right here. You are made of wonderful. And now, while we have it upside down, let's go ahead and take some of our dimensionals. We're going to take 2. 1 and 2. And because I'm stamped, you know when you're like using adhesive on the glimmer paper, it's kind of the same as burlap. It doesn't stay very well with just like the dimensional. So here's a little trick that I do. I take also the Stampin' Up! Glue dots, and because I want it to be a raised image, I don't just put it directly on with the glue dots. I put the glue dots over the dimensionals, and then we're just going to stick this right here. You are made of wonderful. And there's our sweet card, and here's the other one that I made earlier to practice. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it, and have a fabulous Thoughtful Thursday. Don't forget, you can hashtag MPS Thoughtful Thursday if you'd like me to check out the cards that you make on your thoughtful day of the week. All right, have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching mypinkstamper.com. You can click on the button and it'll take you directly to my blog post using the stamp set and a full supply list. Have a great day. Bye.